brought her breakfast at 8 o'clock.
Fair to appear.
That had never happened before.
Kay, waiting a little longer.
The opposites seemed to be staring at her with distinct curiosity. Then feeling put out and hungry, she rang the bell.
You rang?
I rang for the maid.
What's your name?
Jo K.
She's the one.
Wouldn't you know anyway?
Pale as fear.
Are you frightened, Kay?
What have I done? Why?
We're not authorised to tell you that. Proceedings have been instituted against you, and you will be informed of everything in due course.
We are humble subordinates. You're lucky to have us.
What's your name?
I'm slim, he's well knit.
I wear a closely fitting black suit.
I wear pleats.
I wear pockets, buckles, buttons, as well as a belt.
You look like tourists.
But it's eminently practical.
Though we cannot tell you what purpose it serves.
That's who we are, and with your kind of luck, you can be very confident.
We're exceeding our instructions in speaking to you so freely.
I hope nobody hears you except Frank.
Or we'll be in trouble with the authorities whom we represent.
We're telling you the truth.
What are they talking about, Kay? What authority could they represent? There's a legal constitution here.
There's no war. No emergency laws.
I have certain legal rights. I demand to know why I am under arrest. You can't just barge in.
We are merely humble subordinates who only obey instructions. Instructions! Search the rooms!
Do you have a warrant? Get out of here! This
Get
is
out
my
of my
room!
way.
You can't touch my room!
Get out of my way.
Get out of here! This is my Stop looking at my stuff!
Nothing in here.
I love your coat. I'll try it on.
No, my coat.
How do I look?
Beautiful.
We'll take this for now and the rest of your clothes.
We'll return it when your case is finished. Besides, you never know how long these cases last, and there's a lot of thieving in the depot.
After a while, I'll sell everything whether your case is settled or not.
Of course you will be compensated.
But they pay terrible prices.
Much bribery and corruption goes on there.
It'll be safe with us. Okay.
Take it easy. No need to move in the worst until it happens. That isn't the right policy here.
It might be concocted by my colleagues for my 30th birthday.
Now, if I laugh at these men's faces, they'll probably laugh with me.
But it wasn't a joke.
Where are your papers?
Search her.
Get away from me! Show me the warrant for my arrest or get out!
We can't do that.
We're merely humble subordinates who can scarcely find our way through a legal document.
And only here to guard you 10 hours a day and draw our pay.
But we are quite capable of grasping the fact that under our authorities
Under which we serve.
would never demand your arrest without reason.
But what's the reason?
That's for the officials to know, who never go hunting for crime in the populace, but are drawn toward the guilty and must then send out us warders.
That's the law.
Absurd!
I've never heard such a law.
Did you hear that, Frank?
She doesn't know the law, yet she claims to be innocent. You'll never make a woman like that see reason.
Miss Grubank? Please come in. Why didn't you come in?
What do you want her for?
I want my breakfast.
Do you hear that? She's starting again.
Honey and toast.
Bacon and eggs.
Go out, Kate. They won't dare stop you.
And if they do, that'll bring matters to a head.
They have to give a reason to keep you.
But if they did seize me, I'd lose my superiority, which, in a sense, I still have. I feel fit and confident. True, I may miss my work in the bank this morning, but no one's making me heavy of weather of that, considering the high position I hold there.
Should you give them a real reason for your absence?
They never believe it.
Who would believe it?
No. The best course of action to take is to follow the natural train of events. Do nothing, and see what transpires.
Joe K! Not yet, not like this.
Smarten yourself up.
So, comb your hair.
Yes, sir.
Get away from me.
Shove on a bath.
No time for that now.
Put on a black
Yes,
coat.
sir. Yes, sir.
this morning's visit?
Certainly I'm surprised, but I'm by no means very surprised.
Not very surprised.
Perhaps you misunderstood me. May I sit down?
It's not usual.
Well, what I meant to say was, when one has struggled alone in this world for 30 years, one becomes hardened to surprises and doesn't take them so seriously. Particularly this morning.
Why this morning?
Look, I don't mean to say that the whole thing's been a joke. It'd have to be a pretty complex joke at that. The whole staff of the boarding house would have to be included, as well as your people, so I don't think it's a joke.
It's no joke.
On the other hand, it can't be the slightest bit serious either, because I can't remember the slightest offence that I might have completed. The real question is, who accuses me? What of? What authority? Are you really police officers? It's your uniform. You look like outfits for a fireman's ball.
Silence!
Listen, I just want to set an explanation. Settle that, and we can go.
You're labouring under a great illusion. I can't tell you anything because we don't know. We don't know what you've done or who accuses you. All that we can tell you is that you're under arrest. That's our job. That's why we're here. However, I can give some advice.
Yes.
Think more, talk less. Don't go on about how innocent you are. Besides being boring, it makes a bad impression. Just...
I want to phone my lawyer. May I?
go ahead, but I don't see the sense in that.
You don't see the sense in that. You and your rednecks, they burst in here, turn everything upside down, act like a couple of clowns from a third-rate variety act, and when I want to ask my lawyer what in God's name is the meaning of this, you say you don't see the sense in that.
Alright, phone.
Well, I don't want to now.
But please do.
I said I didn't want to. Enjoying the show? Go away. I just want a clear explanation. I mean, I've not done anything, so you've got the wrong man. Let's shake on it and get away from this matter.
Kay walks over to the inspector.
She holds out her hand.
Kay thought that she was going to close
The inspector raises his eyes and bites his lip. They stare at the proffered limb.
No, that really can't be done. It's not that simple. But don't give up hope. Why should you? You're under arrest, that's all. I've been asked to inform you of this, and we've done that. I've observed your comments. That's enough for now anyways, and we can say goodbye and you can go to work.
How can I go to work if I'm under arrest?
You don't understand. Being arrested won't interfere with you going about your daily life.
Then being arrested isn't that bad.
Who said it was?
Well, why inform me of it at all then?
It is my duty.
Stupid duty.
That's so, but I'm not forcing you to go to the bank. I'd assume you'd want to, and to help make your late arrival less noticeable, I detained your colleagues to take you back. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, sir.
Hello, Joe K. Forgive me for interrupting you at work. Your investigation is proceeding normally. Since we wish to disturb you as little as possible, we thought Sunday might be a convenient time to hold your interrogation. If not, we can conduct them at night, but then you probably wouldn't be fresh enough. Of course, it's understood that you must appear without fail.
Evening, Joe. Still working, Mrs. Gruback.
There's a lot to do.
I wanted to apologise for today. Those men searching your room, I mean.
Didn't bother me in the least.
She seems surprised that I mentioned it at all. All the more reason why I should. It might have bothered you, but I promise you it won't happen again.
No, it won't happen again.
Do you really think that?
Yes, Joe, and you mustn't take it to heart. Lots of strange things happen in this world, I must admit. It seems you've been so frank with me that I listened behind the door today, and those men told me a few things. You're under arrest, certainly, but not for anything criminal. You're not a thief or anything like that. It's something special with you, something almost learned about your arrest. Am I talking stupidly, Miss Kay?
Oh, no, Mrs. Grubeck. You're correct. I wanted your opinion, but I was too afraid to ask for it.
Don't take it so much to heart.
I had no idea I was taking it so much to heart. Is Miss Bernstein in?
No, she's at the theatre. Still working. Shall I give her a message?
Oh, no, I just wanted to apologise for those men searching your room today.
There's no need. Everything's just as it was. All put back, nice and tidy. You know she's often late. Still, young people are like that.
Certainly, but it can go too far.
How right you are. I've nothing against her. She's a dear, good, kind girl. Decent, punctuous, industrial, full of good qualities, except...
Except what?
I shouldn't say it, but I've seen her with a different man twice already this month.
So?
Worries me terribly. I can't sleep waiting up for her, and that's not the only thing. I've been suspicious of her for quite a long time now.
You're mistaken. You misunderstood my remark about her. It wasn't meant in any sort of way. There's not a word of truth in what you say.
Please don't go. I didn't mean to offend you. You're the only one I've spoken to. After all, I must keep my house respectable.
Respectable? If you want to keep your house respectable, you can begin by giving me your notice.
You know I'd never give you a notice. Don't say such a thing. You've known me long enough.
Please, Mrs. Grubeck, you'll wake the whole house. I didn't mean to upset you. It can happen sometimes between friends. I'm free, but I'm under arrest.
They don't arrest you for nothing. You get arrested, and you don't know why. After all, I must keep my house respectable in the interest of my lodgers.
Quiet!
It's 8 o'clock Sunday morning.
Oh my god, my interrogation!
The inquiry must take place first.
They got more and more regular day after day.
The interrogation must be thorough.
You okay, Kay?
No, everything's okay.
Hello, Kate. Would you like to come to a part of my yacht this Sunday? There'll be some very influential people there.
Sorry, I have a previous engagement.
Pity.
The assistant manager asked Kay to a party on the yacht.
How important Kay is in the bank.
It's just that my friendship is valuable to the assistant manager.
I humbled myself by inviting her, but I only dropped it casually.
My case is underway. I must fight it. The first interrogation must be the last.
It may be the first of many.
I'm waiting.
It's Julius Street!
You're here, Kay.
There's just a few of us here today.
Because it's Sunday.
I've submitted.
Why are you waiting here, sir?
I've only got one more question to answer.
Why are you waiting here?
I'm waiting for an affidavit.
Are the affidavits really necessary?
Miss K, I can tell you why you're waiting here. Miss K, you're waiting here because you have to.
Why are you waiting here?
I'm not like the others. I came by car. I have an appointment here at 10 o'clock.
It's 11.
She's late.
Miss K, I can tell you why you're waiting here. It's obvious. You're waiting here because you need to...
I'm here because I sent my neighbor to
What to me?
Tell her not to shout like that.
What does she want?
She'll bring the officials down on us.
Don't demand an official explanation for her presence. Perhaps she came out of curiosity.
Curiosity leads to spying.
Spy, 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 spy,
It's not
spy.
all of you. How does one get out of here?
Straight through.
Take a left.
Take a right.
That's the wrong way.
Through there.
Go back.
Back to the beginning.
What would your father say about this, Kay?
My father's dead.
Only to you, Joe. Only to you. What is it have you done? Are you listening to me?
Father? Father, is that you, Father?
You know who it is. How can you sit there so calmly with a criminal case in our neck?
The calmer I am, the better. It's not the usual case in the usual criminal court. I don't know what to do.
That's bad.
Why?
I mean, it's bad. Things don't suddenly happen. You get indications. How pale you look. You should go home and rest. You're so weak. You should build your strength for your trial.
They probably will not let me go anyway.
Who are they?
I wish I knew.
Joe K, you've changed. Your brain is failing you. How can you sit there so calmly? Your indifference is driving me mad.
You know I respect what you say, Father. I'll do anything to win my case, but my own way.
If you're really ready to fight, then perhaps I can help you. First of all, you'll need a lawyer. Go to Huld. He went to school with me. He's only a poor man's lawyer, but he's good. Remember us. Goodbye, Kay. Don't let us down.
Goodbye, Father. In front of you, Father, I lose all self-confidence and exchange it for an infinite sense of guilt. I begin to feel guilty already, but of what? I do not know. Open the door, please.
Who are you?
The daughter of Mr. K. He sent me to see Mr. Huld.
Mr. Huld is ill. It's 8 o'clock, a very unusual time to call. Behind the grill in the door, a pair of dark eyes appeared, then vanished again.
Kay assured herself she'd seen a pair of eyes. Probably a new maid afraid of strangers.
Once more the eyes appeared, and now they seemed almost sad. They might be an illusion.
Please open the door. I've been recommended to Mr. Huld.
Lenny, who is it?
I'm the daughter of your old friend Herman K. He sent me to see you.
Oh, Herman! Come in, come in. He doesn't come himself? He sends you? Well, your father asked you to see how I am, eh? How nice of him. How very nice. Go on, ask me how I am.
How are you?
Oh, don't ask. I'm terrible. Getting worse. It's difficult to breathe. I can't sleep, and I'm losing my strength daily.
That's bad news.
You see, he's too ill to talk about business.
Ah, so it's not a sick visit. You come on business. That's all right, Lenny. Has she come to see how I am?
No.
She only comes when she needs something. That's how the world is. Leave us, Lenny. Lenny takes care of me. She's a good girl.
Am I a good girl?
Of course you are.
And I have a doll-like rounded face?
With pale cheeks and your chin quite round in its modelling.
Though I have somewhat protuberant eyes.
Not a jot. Not a jot.
Would you please leave us?
Go now, Lenny. It's all right. To be quite frank with you, I know why you came. Your case is far too interesting to refuse to take on. I accept the challenge.
I don't understand. How could you?
In my profession, is it not natural to have the ears of my colleagues? That the cases would be discussed and yours divulged. Friends in the courthouse, a familiar sound, a natter at the coffee shop, eh? Don't look around, but I have someone from the courts visiting me at the moment.
Where? It's so gloomy in here, I can hardly see anything.
Shh, don't disturb him. He likes the dark. If only you knew how terribly overworked we are. Not so. The entire judiciary system needs to be overhauled. Your first plea must be ready for representation, as often the first plea determines the whole case. Unfortunately, it is my duty as your lawyer to tell you that they don't often look at the first plea. They simply file it away.
Why would they do that?
The observation and interrogation of the accused are far more important than a piece of paper. Besides which, it gives the filing clerk something to do. They write down everything about you, every single moment of your daily life, your most secret habits. Any bad ones?
No.
Good. Sometimes the sheer weight of the written evidence accumulating day by day results in some confusion. An overworked ledger clerk, and the first plea is lost. They often lose the first plea and lose sight of the original intention. This makes counsel for the defense very difficult indeed.
Well, I still don't know of what I'm accused.
Naturally not. The files with the charges are not available to the counsel for the defense. So you cannot draw up your first plea just yet.
The public would never tolerate that.
Proceedings are not public. They could be, but they're not. Only if law considers them necessary, which it doesn't.
But I still don't know of what I'm accused.
Naturally not. The cases with the charges are not available to the counsel for the defense, so you cannot draw up your first plea just yet.
Well, how can I find out if they don't tell me?
Guesswork. You must guess from your interrogations. You must sift through the relevant details until a semblance of a charge emerges. So it's up to you, really. You must listen carefully to each word. Just that one word may give you the clue to the whole affair. Don't worry, things are not as hopeless as they may seem. I have won outright cases that are even more desperate than this one. Perhaps less difficult, but hopeless. In my case, in my desk, I have a stack of them. Unfortunately, secrecy forbids me from disclosing them to you.
So, you cannot know of what you're accused, who accuses you, the defense is not recognized by the judges, and you can't see the charges.
You need me, Kay. You need me. The most important thing is the connections with the officials of the court. In that lies your chief value of defense.
That's corruption. I should win on my alleged defense, whatever that is, not succeed or fail on the strength of your connections.
Oh, Joe Kay. You're so fortunate in your choice of lawyer. Only 1 or 2 lawyers have the same connections as me. The prosecution is in a constant state of agitation. That's why they come to me, Huld, for advice. Now, there was a story going around. What was it?
Too much over a case. Who told you that? Don't ask me for names. But I can give you some advice. Confess, Joe, otherwise you won't get away from him.
Now I remember the story. Now, damn, it's gone again.
I know a lot about what goes on in court. I can help you know.
Why is it I seem to recruit so many human helpers? First was Bernstein, now her. I wonder what it is about me.
Have you another?
Yes. And no. I have a photograph here.
I don't like her. She's rough and brutal. She's soft and kind to you. Small talk about her and soft and kind. Would she be capable of sacrificing herself? Sacrificing herself for you?
Lenny!
There were so many questions to ask. To ask questions was surely the main thing. I must shake up this lawyer, send him petitions, urge the officials daily to give attention to it. This will be achieved by sitting meekly in the attic of the court with your hat into the seat. I'll draft it at my lodgings at night. If the nights aren't long enough, we'll go into shift work. The whole of my life will have to be written down, every moment called to mind. Examine it in every detail. The court will encounter a woman who stands up for her rights. And if he uses the same energy in the courts that he used in the bank, there'll be no doubt about the outcome. But if we're achieved to achieve anything, we must banish from our minds the absolute thought of impossible guilt. There is no such guilt. But if I am to conduct my own defence, I'll put myself entirely to the power of the court. Will I have the strength to carry on? But if a thoroughgoing defence? This is the moment where I'm supposed to work in the bank. This is the time to complete the lines. To try and make our secure, while my case unfolded itself in the attics of the court. When it comes time for my work to be judged, will answers be made for me? Never. And by nobody.
progress have been made, Kay, but the nature of the progress cannot be divulged, my dear girl. The case has reached a certain stage that assistance has been ruled out in the most remote, inaccessible courts, where even the accused are beyond the reach of the judge. So you came home and saw all the pleas relating to your case returned to you on the table. At this stage, they're not important. This does not mean that the case is lost. By no means. One must lie low. Leave the lawyers to do their job, Kay?
Promise not to betray me!
I'm not an informer.
Perhaps I shouldn't tell you.
You could risk it.
I can.
Yes.
I'm the lawyer's only real client. I live here. I have a little room all to myself.
Is Lenny your mistress?
What? No. Oh, God, no. What are you thinking of?
And what's your name?
Block. I'm a corn merchant. I'll tell you something, but to make sure we have a hold of each other, you must tell me one of your secrets.
Okay. If I do, will you get off me?
Okay. I've been waiting for my case to come up for years, so I've taken on 5 lawyers apart from Huld.
5?
And I'm negotiating for the 6th. You mustn't give me away!
I said I wouldn't.
He's vindictive, you see.
Surely he wouldn't harm me if I have more than one lawyer.
But it's not allowed. Least of all back alley lawyers. And that's what they are.
Why do you need so many?
I don't want to lose my case, you see. I spend all my money on it. Sold my business, which once filled the whole floor of the building. I spend all my energy on it, so I have no strength for anything else. How could I? What do you think? Could you? Oh, the hanging about, keeping an eye on things. Doesn't leave much time for anything else. You know yourself what the air's like in the courts.
Well, what do you do there?
Nothing. I simply wait. But what an effort that takes. Sitting about, waiting. I saw you there the other day.
Saw me? What a coincidence. You're in the lobby when I passed through.
It's not such a coincidence. I'm there nearly all the time. The bailiff said he saw on your lips the sign of your own guild.
On my lips? There's nothing peculiar about my lips, is there?
Of course not. But superstitious beliefs are tradition and help the community combat the law. Gives them something to do.
Do what? It's so pointless just hanging around. They should form some community action.
Pointless? What do you know? You're young in the matter. You might think, as I once did, that you could safely wash your hands of the case. But you might be wrong! I remember when my case was as young as yours. Like you, I had just one lawyer. I collected evidence, I attended every interrogation, I submitted my account books, I made notes, I ran backwards and forwards for bits of information. And yet, after all this, I couldn't detect 1 inch of progress.
Well, what kind of progress did you expect to see?
Good question. I'm a businessman. I wanted to see palpable results. But the same questions, the same answers. I complained to Huld. Give me a date, I bet. Fix a day for my trial. I'll call in other lawyers. I warn you.
Petty fucking lawyers are useless. The slimy, back alley lawyers who sniff around for scraps. The lawyers in my circle are great lawyers. Great ones, Block, that accused dream about.
That's untrue. That's absolutely untrue. Our lawyer ranks among the small lawyers. The really great lawyers stand as high above Huld as he does above the back alley cutthroat, who in turn stand high above your ordinary mercenary or your thieving solicitor.
How does one get at these high-ranking lawyers?
I've no idea. I know of no instance where they stood in for an accused man. They take on the clients they wish. Put it out of your mind. Small lawyers seem so pale and so insipid beside them in comparison that you'd lose all faith. Unfortunately, one can't forget them, especially at night when the thoughts start gnawing into your head.
How close you've got. You're only bumping heads.
She wants me to tell her about my case.
Go on then. Tell her.
You were telling me about the pettifogging lawyers.
Go to him. He wants you. Doesn't it strike you surprising that the lawyer will see you at any time you please? Without notice. You take them for granted. I don't want any thanks, only that you should be fond of me.
But I am fond of you, Lenny.
Lenny has such a weakness for the accused. It's a peculiarity of hers in nearly finding all accused adorable. Lenny, how do you like this girl?
I hardly know her.
Oh, don't take me for a bigger fool than I already am. Bring me some tea.
Kay, you've forgotten your promise. You were going to tell me one of your secrets.
Right? I'll tell you. But I want you to treat it confidential.
Of course. Of course.
I'm not going to take on this lawyer. I'm going to dismiss him.
He's dismissing his lawyer! He's dismissing his lawyer!
I wish to select my own lawyer. It's my final decision. When I was alone, the case hardly bothered me. But since you've represented me, it's bothered me all the time.
After a certain stage, nothing new ever happens. How many clients have said exactly the same thing as you have? But yours is not the ordinary case, with the ordinary legal rights.
Well, what's so special about mine?
In an ordinary case, a lawyer leads his client by a slender thread. But in your case, a lawyer shall lift his client on his shoulder from the start and carry them bodily until the verdict is reached, and even beyond it.
Well, what steps do you propose to take if I retain you as my lawyer?
I shall continue with those measures that I've already begun.
I need you to come out with the same old platitudes. It's a waste of time to go on talking.
You've been treated too well. I'll show you how other accused are treated. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Hold!
Look, the lawyer wants you.
What is it you want?
What? Wasn't I called for?
You were. And as usual, you still managed to arrive late.
Do you want me to go away?
Well, now that you're here, stay. Who is your lawyer, Block?
You are, Your Honor.
And besides me?
Oh, there's no one else besides you.
Are you sure, Block?
Yes, absolutely sure.
Then pay no heed to anyone else.
Certainly, Doctor. I'm on my knees.
What are you doing? Get up.
Don't be so clever, for I'm as clever as you are. And let me remind you of an old maxim. People under suspicion are better moving than at rest, since they may be sitting on the balance, being weighed together with their sins.
Don't you see? The lawyer's trying to embarrass you.
See, Dr. Huld, her case is only 5 minutes old compared to mine, and she proceeds to give me advice.
Pay no heed to anyone.
Certainly, Dr. Huld.
How's she been behaving herself?
She's been reading the papers you gave her.
And did she understand what she was reading?
She never got past the same page all day. It's been difficult for her.
Yes, the scriptures are difficult. Now she can see how difficult her case is, and how hard my struggles are for her. And who do I struggle for?
Me?
But it's for Block! Oh, don't praise her. It makes it more difficult for me to tell her what the judge said about her case today.
What did they say?
Don't talk about Block, he said. But she's my client, I said. You're wasting your time, he said. I can't believe it. Block sincerely devotes herself to her case. She even lives in my house to keep up with the proceedings. Admittedly, she is repulsive, dirty, bad-mannered, and loathsome. But as a client, she's beyond reproach.
Her case is only 5 minutes out compared to mine, and she proceeds to give me advice.
Not so, Kay. I feel a strong desire to help you in your criminal case.
Well, the bank is where I work. Not where I fight my case. Not now. I've documents to discuss with important clients who wait for my decision. What is this, a kind of torture sanctioned by the court? Will you all leave me?
Go and see a man called Titorelli. He told me about your case. He makes his living as a court painter. He knows the judges. He could give you some advice.
Have I lost my powers of judgment already that I would invite a questionable character into the bank? With the manager's ears flapping right next door.
Well, if you're okay, Kay, but if you're forced to be away for a while, you won't mind if someone takes over your duties? After all, time is valuable.
Okay, I can see what you're doing. But you sly poacher. But I can tell you when my personal difficulties are over, I'll teach you to tread on my toes.
Oh, thank you very much. I got stuck inside the same portrait. That's very dangerous. Once I got stuck 2 days before someone came.
You're Titorelli, the painter.
That's right. And you are Jockey. I'm pleased to meet you.
How did you know?
Word gets around. I have many friends. You've been recommended to me? Very good. You come to buy a painting or have your portrait done?
Well, yes, possibly.
You like this I'm working on just now? This is a great judge. This is a late judge's clerk. Condemned man, a bit depressing, not for the front room. A guard of the court, very strong, a little mad. Good landlady, maybe you know her. This one's not for sale, she's like a Madonna. Oh. This one is not for the front room, it's not very nice. This one's This one's one of my favorites. Condemned man. Very strong. This one definitely not for sale, my favorite one, prisoner. So, which one you take? 2 for the price of 1. You like pictures? I make a good portrait for you, one sitting. Okay. Let's start. Behind. talking about? There's no picture in there. It's alright. I know why you come. You flatter me. You pretend to buy my paintings, when really you want to find something about the court.
But I do like your painting.
It's alright. You don't know how to tackle me. Try to get around Titorelli. Now, sit down. Before I can talk to you, I must know something about your case. Are you innocent?
Yes.
Between us, tell Titorelli.
Yes, I'm completely innocent.
That's what they all say. They all say they're innocent. What have you done?
I've committed no crime.
Hey, come on, don't be shy. Something a little naughty, eh?
I've done nothing. That's the whole point.
You're saying you're completely innocent. Then I will get you over all of this myself.
The court is firmly convinced of my guilt and can only be shaken from that position with great difficulty.
Great difficulty. Never. If I were to paint all the judges in a row, masterpieces comparable to Greco, and you were to plead your case before all my paintings, you would have more success before the real court than before my paintings.
You mean more success before your paintings than the real court?
That's very nice of you to say that too. But if you're innocent, I will help you.
Ah, it's to do with who, you know.
That's right. I'm the court painter. You're born into the profession. It's an interesting position. Newcomers cannot grasp the intricacy of painting the judges like the old masters. My father was a court painter before me. His father before him. His father before him. But the father before him was not a court painter.
What was he?
He sells ice cream because he couldn't paint. Gelato, chocolate, tutti frutti. I'm sold out. That was many years ago. And now his great-grandson is a famous court painter. All right, what kind of acquittal do you want?
What do you advise?
There are many kinds, but I tell you the first three. Acquittal provisional, indefinite postponement, indefinite acquittal, and the conviction, which it's not an acquittal except from life. And that's what we all want, but not just now.
Acquittal definite.
Very good, that's for you. However, it is only given if in your heart of hearts you believe yourself to be innocent.
I am innocent. I am innocent.
Unfortunately, I must tell you, as far as I know, no one has ever achieved acquittal definite.
There must be thousands of cases. You can't all have been guilty. Well, this court thinks it's an execution, or why have a trial at all?
You're right. You're more than right. The files are never reported because all the papers are destroyed. So you have no proof of them, but legends have come down to us. Some are so beautiful. I paint many pictures of them, so we leave acquittal definite just for now.
Just for now.
We come back to it later.
Well, tell me the options again.
I'll make it simple for you. Acquittal provisional requires less energy, but for a short time. Indefinite postponement requires less energy, but for a longer time. Make a choice. It lies with you.
Acquittal provisional.
That's right, because you're innocent. That's for you. I write down on a sheet of paper an affidavit for your innocence, the text of which has been handed down to me and is unimpeachable. I say I, Titorelli, believe Joke to be innocent and guarantee her innocent. Then I go from judge to judge collecting signatures. Some judges don't believe me and want to meet you personally. Then we go to the great judge in charge of your trial. Keep knocking. Someone's not. I think someone's coming. What's the matter with you bothering me so late? I come from Titorelli with another fit. Ah, my good friend Titorelli. A friend of Titorelli is a friend of mine. I signed for you. And then you're free. But only provisionally free. The small judges that I do not know do not have the power to give an acquittal definite. That is only given in the highest court, which is inaccessible to all of us.
But you said no one ever gets that.
Yeah, there's always a first time. With indefinite postponement, the case is lifted off your shoulders. You're free to go to work. Papers continue to circulate, and maybe 10, maybe 20 years later, you've forgotten all about your case. I see you in the street in 20 years. Who's that? Wait a minute, don't tell me. Ah, it's Miss K. Miss Provisional Acquittal. How's your case?
What case? I've forgotten about my case.
That's right. Then one day a judge's clerk picks up a piece of paper with your name written on it. It says, Jockey is only provisionally acquitted. The case is still valid. Arrest Jockey and the case stands.
But what use is that?
You don't like that?
No.
That's right, I don't like it either. It makes you always jumping. I'll tell you what for you. Indefinite postponement prevents the case from going any further. But you must be in daily contact with the judges. Greater diligence is needed. You daren't let the case out of your sight. Interrogations are frequent, but friendly at all costs. And find the judges to tea. They're always trying to open up about the case.
What use is that?
What? You don't like it?
No, your advice is useless.
Okay. But my paintings are very good.
I hate your paintings. I'd rather die.
That can be arranged. You waste the time of Titorelli, the greatest painter in the entire world. I'll show you what happens to the people that waste the time of Titorelli.
You're late. You were meant to be here 1 hour, 3 minutes and 17 seconds ago.
Whether I'm late or not, I'm here now.
Kay has only just arrived. The court is packed. This is a popular case which has drawn a great deal of attention. Indeed, the atmosphere both inside and in the air is electric. The magistrate is searching for Kay's papers.
You're a house painter, I see?
No, I'm the chief clerk at a large bank.
The magistrate is now reading out the charges against Kay.
You will disappear as a dream and not be found, passing as only a vision in the night.
Uptight men will be astonished by this, and the innocent shall stare at the hypocrite.
Your bones, Joe, are full of sins of your youth. You shall lie with the dust.
The just shall hold on, and he hath clean hands shall grow stronger.
You will suck the poison of asps, and the viper's tongue will slay you.
And there is my hope, and who shall see it?
The heavens shall reveal your iniquity, and the earth will rise up against you.
Mark me and be astonished. Lay your hands on your own mouths. Wherefore do the wicked live? Wherefore do they count my ways and count my steps? I cry unto you, and thou dost hear me. I stand up, and thou regardest me not. Though they cry for my destruction, they will not raise their hands to break me.
Are you alright, Joe Kay?
Yes? Why wouldn't I be? What are you doing? Spying on me?
You haven't forgotten, have you?
What?
You have an assignment at the cathedral this morning. You are to show one of our influential clients the sights.
Oh yes, you'd like me out the way, wouldn't you?
What do you mean?
I'm very dispensable nowadays. What are you trying to do? Get me out of the office to check my books?
But since you are a member of the Society for the Preservation of Ancient Monuments, it seems natural that you should be his escort this morning. But if you'd rather not go...
Fine, I'll go.
Don't forget your guidebook! Goodbye, Kay!
I'm here for you. I'm the prison chaplain, and you are the man I see. I had you summoned here. To talk.
I didn't know that.
That doesn't matter now. What's that in your hand, Kate? A book of prayer?
No, an A to Z.
Put it away. You know your case is going badly.
Funny you should say that. It's not over yet.
How do you think it will end?
I can't be sure, but there are several possibilities I haven't explored yet.
You cast too much for outside help, especially from women. It's not the right kind of help.
But women have great influence in the courts. The magistrates fall over backwards to get a sniff of them. Know if I could unite some women to help me win the cause, I couldn't help but win through.
You don't know the nature of courts to speak like that. Can't you see one pace in front of you?
Since you're not preaching, why don't you come down from there?
I can't, otherwise I might be swayed from my duties.
But you can spare a moment.
As much as you need.
It's very good of you. I guess I can help you, even if you do belong to the court.
Don't delude yourself.
I want to go. Where is the exit?
You want to go already?
Yes, I'm the chief clerk at a large bank. I've work to do. Preach to stone, what do you want from me?
Nothing. I belong to the court. You see who I am?
You are the prison chaplain.
That means I belong to the law. It receives you when you come and dismisses you when you go.
It's getting dark in here. Show me the way out.
Follow the wall, you'll come to a door.
I can't find my way out of this darkness. Wait! There must have been some arguments in my paper which have been overlooked. Where is the judge who I've never seen? Where's the highest court I've never entered? Can somebody help me? I hold out my hands like a dog.